Hello, artful kids. This is your teacher, Mrs. James Sharp. Today, we're going to be looking at an artist and the beautiful paintings that he has done. And these are just some copies on paper of some of his beautiful paintings. And we are going to create our own collage, cutting out and using some of this paper. So this is a picture of the artist who created this wonderful paper that we're going to be using today to create our collages. And I'm just going to read this because it tells a little bit about his philosophy and why he creates his art. So Peter McKay, Judah, lives in Melbourne with his partner and 5 young children. His mother is Aboriginal from the Barrambinja tribe and his father is Tongan. He works in schools, sharing his skills in painting, dancing, and playing the didgeridoo. He is passionate about sharing his culture with young children and believes that to understand Aboriginal art, you need to understand their culture. It is through storytelling that his culture can be shared with others. He encourages students to tell their story in the style of Indigenous Australian artists, and hopes through this path they will have the confidence to create through their own symbols and story worth recording. So that is the idea today, is to create our own stories using this wonderful paper. So let's take a look at some of these papers that we're going to be using to make our collages. So this one here, this means sea coral or water. And this paper here, this is meant to be the night sky. Can you see it, all the stars? This one is bark, the trees. Oops, this one here, this little one. So this is the bark and the trees. And this one here is the earth from up high. This one is land cracks or erosion and weathering in the land. And this one is coastal rocks. All right, so that's what the idea the artist had in mind while he was creating these. And here we have some beautiful patterns, circles and lines that you can use in your collages. And again, here some more beautiful patterns, circles, some beautiful shapes. And then we have some other beautiful paper here with some other beautiful colors and symbols that you're going to get to use as well. So here is an example of a collage that a girl named Min created. And this is the story that goes with Min's collage. I live near the bush. Every morning and evening, a large mob of kangaroos come down from Mount Riddle onto our paddock. One day, we noticed a mother kangaroo and a baby joey near the dam. The mother looked very ill and couldn't hop too well. The joey stayed close by its mother. We phoned the vet at the Hillsville Sanctuary. The vet had a tranquilizing dart gun. It took a very long time, but he darted the joey first, and then the mother, and wrapped them in a blanket and took them to the hospital. So that's a nice little story that goes with this collage. And so what you guys are going to do is create your own collage using all this paper. And then I want you to think of a story that goes with your collage, or what story you were thinking of when you created your collage. And next week, we're going to hear those stories. We're going to share our collages that we created and hear the stories that you came up to go with them. All right, now you guys can't have all the fun, so I'm going to do one of my own right now. So here I go. Just going to start cutting out some things here. Okay, here I've cut out a bunch of pieces from the various papers. I've cut out some things that I like that I've seen, also some sections, and yeah, so I've just cut out a lot of different things that really caught my eye, that interest me, and now I'm going to put them together on my paper, and I'm going to think of a story to tell while I'm arranging these and working out my picture. All right, and here is my finished collage. And here's the story that goes with my collage. So there was once a man, and he had this boomerang that he painted and loved, and he decided he was going to test it out. So he throws his boomerang, and it goes way out into the air. And you know how boomerangs are supposed to come back? Well, this one did not come back. So he really loved this boomerang, so he was determined to go find it. So he started off on a journey to find his boomerang, and he walks this way, and it's daytime. So we've got the sun here, and it's daytime. And he walks, and he walks, and he comes across a gathering of men. And he asks them, "Where is my boomerang? Have you seen a boomerang go by?" They say, "Well, yes, we saw a boomerang go that way a while ago." Okay, so the man continues to walk and walk, and he looks in the rivers, and he looks on the dirt, and he looks everywhere he can find. And the daytime turns into nighttime, and he is still looking. And he follows and follows. And then the nighttime turns into the day again. And as he's walking along, he finds another group of men. And he asks them, "Have you seen a boomerang go by?" And they said, "Well, as a matter of fact, we did. We saw it go into this group of trees." And he says, "Okay." So he walks into this gathering of trees, and he finds his boomerang sitting way up high in a tree. And he takes this long stick to try to knock it down. And eventually he knocks it down, and he gets his boomerang back. And that is my story. Now, I want to see you guys come up with your own wonderful collages and a story to go with it. All right, have lots of fun.